Welcome to this beginner yoga routine. This is a full body practice that teaches you the foundational poses for day 10 of the 30 days of yoga for beginners. When you're ready, we'll begin in child's pose. For this child's pose, keep the big toes touching and open your knees out wide. Then walk the hands forward to lower your head down to the mat. Then taking a deep breath in to begin. Exhale out and relax the body into position. Take the next few breaths here just to focus on your body so that you feel a little bit more present for this practice. Walk the hands to the right side of your mat. And if you like, you could place the left hand over the top of the right so that you find a little bit more of a stretch down the left side of the torso. Deepening the breath as we pause here. Then walk the hands to the left side of your mat. If you like, you could place the right hand on top of the left to find a little bit more of a stretch down the right side. And take the next few breaths here, just to pause. Notice what you feel in your body and where. Walk the hands back through center. Then lift yourself up into a kneeling position. You can bring the legs together if you like. Clasp your hands together and interlace your fingers and roll out your wrists. Just taking these next few movements to really warm up the wrists. So you could start with a small movement and then exaggerate the movement, moving the arms and the shoulders. Shake out your hands, and then draw the right arm in front of your chest, and use your left hand to guide the arm across. And you're looking to find a little bit of a stretch along the outside of the shoulder and the upper back here. Pause and take a deep breath in through your nose. Exhale and sigh it out. And then we'll switch, bringing the left arm across the chest. Use the right hand to guide it across. Pause and take a deep breath in. And exhale, sigh it out. Good. Walk the hands forward to come into tabletop, our hands and knees position. If the knees are a little sensitive, place a blanket underneath. Bring the shoulders over the wrists, the hips over the knees. Then extend and lift the right leg. And when your balance feels steady, you could either reach the left arm forward, keeping the fingertips on the mat, or lift the arm too. So we come to a balance, finding one long line from the left fingertips to the right toes. Start to draw the navel in towards the spine. And focus on pressing through the right hand so you're not sinking into the right shoulder. Hold for a breath in. As you exhale, bring your elbow to your knee to find a crunching action. Inhale, extend the arm and leg. Exhale, elbow to knee. 2 more times, go at the pace of your breath. Last one, inhale. Exhale. Then extend the arm and leg. Lower your toes and lower the left hand down. Slightly different now. Press into the ball of the right foot. Push through the hands and lift the left knee up in towards your chest. And then we'll slowly lower down. 3 more. Inhale here. Exhale, push and lift. Inhale as you lower down. Exhale as you lift. final time. Inhale. Then exhale, really push the floor away. Try to lift your thigh as close to your belly as you can. And then come back to tabletop. We'll switch sides now. Extend the left leg and lift it. Then when the balance is steady, reach the right arm forward, and you could either just keep the fingertips resting on the mat or lift the arm also. Gaze down to relax the neck. Focus on drawing the navel to the spine, pressing through the left hand so you're not sinking into the shoulder. Hold for a breath in. As you exhale, bring elbow to knee. Inhale to extend. Exhale, elbow to knee. 2 more times, moving at the pace of your breath. Then extend the arm and leg, lower the toes down to the mat, and lower the right hand under your shoulder. Press the ball of the left foot into the mat as you push the floor away and lift the right knee into your chest. Good. Inhale, lower the knee back down, take a moment to rest. Exhale, push as much as you can, try to lift the knee as high as you can. Inhale, come back down. 2 more times, go at the pace of your breath. Try to lift the leg as high as you can, and this will come in later on in the practice. Final one, inhale. Exhale, push and lift. Good. Come back to tabletop. Keeping the hips stacked over the knees, walk the hands forward. And sink the chest down to come into puppy pose. You could rest the forehead on the mat, or you could look forward and rest your chin on the mat, whichever feels better for you. And for the next few breaths, without forcing the pose, just let gravity do the work here as the chest sinks down. Final inhale here. As you exhale, ripple forwards and come and lie down on your belly. Bring the forearms to the mat, elbows under the shoulders to find Sphinx. With your inhale, press through the forearms, roll the shoulders back to open the chest. Exhale here. 1 more breath in position. And with your exhale, push back to tabletop. Tuck the toes, lift the hips and push back to downward dog. Spread the fingers wide so that you can grip the mat with your fingertips and gaze at your big toes. Then in this downward dog, we'll pedal out the legs so you'll straighten one leg and bend the other, and then switch. And as you do this, you can sway the hips a little bit from side to side. But the focus here is really just to warm up the lower body. Keep this going. Then look forward and start to walk the feet toward the top of the mat. Keep a bend in the knees to make this easier. And we'll walk ourselves into a forward fold. When you arrive here, take a hold of opposite elbow. Keep a bend in the knees and sway side to side for ragdoll. Just letting the upper body hang heavy over the legs. Keeping the breath steady. Good. Rest your fingertips on the ground. You may need to bend your knees to bring it within reach. Inhale and lift your chest halfway. Exhale and step the left foot back, lower the knee down for low lunge. Pat the knee if you need. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale here. Focusing the gaze ahead of you. Reaching up with the arms, try to lengthen the spine. Then bring your hands to prayer at heart center. And on your next exhale, twist to the right. You may feel a little wobbly as you twist, so focus on squeezing the inner thighs together, and that may stabilize the lower body a bit better. Inhale in your twist. As you exhale, bring the left elbow to the outside of the right knee. And turn your gaze to look at your right elbow. If you're feeling a little restricted here, instead you could rest the left forearm on the thigh and keep the right hand in the center of the chest. Look down to help with your balance. Tuck your back toes and lift your knee. Go slowly as this is challenging for the balance. Then with control, step the back foot forward to come into a twisted chair. So the weight stays back through the heels. Continue bending the knees. You want to be able to see the big toes. Pause and hold for a breath in. With your exhale, slowly release your twist and fold forward. Inhale and lift halfway. Exhale, the right foot will step back. Lower the knee down for low lunge, patting the knee if you need. Inhale, arms come up. Gaze ahead of you. Reach up with the arms to lengthen the spine as you inhale. Then exhale, bring hands to prayer at heart center and twist to the left. Keeping the spine long as we twist here. If you feel a little wobbly, squeeze the inner thighs together. Take a deep breath in. With your exhale, the right elbow will come to the outside of the left knee, and the gaze will turn to the left elbow. If you feel restricted here, you could rest the right forearm on the left thigh and keep the left hand at the center of your chest instead. Look down for balance. Then tuck the back toes and lift the knee. Then slowly, with control, step the back foot forward to find your twisted chair. Keep the weight back through your heels, sit the hips a little bit lower. Pause, holding for a breath in. Exhale, release your twist and fold over your legs. Inhale to lift the chest halfway. You could rest the fingertips on the mat or bring hands to thighs instead. Exhale and step back to plank. For this plank, you could lower the knees if you're modifying. If not, try to focus on creating one solid line with the body. Spread the fingers wide and grip the mat with your fingertips. Hold for a breath in. Exhale, knees come down. Rock forward and bend your elbows as you lower through modified chaturanga. Come down to the belly. Untuck the toes, keep the hands close to the lower ribs. And with your inhale, lift the chest. Roll the shoulders back to find Bhujagasana, Cobra pose. Using the strength in your back to lift here. As you exhale, push back to downward facing dog. Gazing at the big toes, bring the ears in line with the upper arms, and try to lift the hips up to lengthen the spine. Good. Hold for a deep breath in. Exhale out. Then step the left foot to the middle of your mat and lift the right leg up. This might be a little challenging for the balance, so focus on pressing through the hands and the left foot to create stability. Look forward. And then step the right foot to the outside of the right hand. So just like we did at the start of practice, focus on pushing the floor away as you lift your thigh up toward your belly to make it easier to step the foot to the outside of the hand. Don't worry if it's not perfect, we'll keep practicing. Lower the back knee down and we find lizard lunge. Sending the hips down and forward, and you'll probably start to feel a stretch along the front of the left thigh and the hip. Deepen your breath here. Good. Then we'll come out the way we came in. Tuck the back toes and lift your knee to create space. Then see if you can push the floor away and step the right foot back into plank. Pike the hips and push back to downward dog. Place the right foot in the middle of the mat, and as you inhale, lift the left leg up. Keep pressing through the hands for stability here. Take a full breath in. As you exhale, look forward and step the left foot to the outside of the left hand. Focus on pushing the floor away, lifting the knee in toward your chest as you step forward. Then lower the back knee down as we come to lizard lunge. Sending the hips down and forward so you start to feel a stretch along the front of the right thigh and the right hip. Deepen the breath here. Tuck the back toes, lift the knee to create space. Then push the floor away as you step the left foot back to plank. Holding your plank for a breath in, you could always lower the knees. As you exhale, knees down, modified chaturanga. Keep the elbows close to the side of the body as you lower. And this time, relax your arms by your side. And you could start by resting the chin or the forehead on the mat, whichever feels more comfortable for you. Lift the legs and pause here. If you feel that your hip bones are digging into the mat, you may want to place a blanket underneath them to make this more comfortable. And you can either stay as you are, or you could lift the head and chest also. Reaching the arms back to come into Locust pose, Savasana. This is very difficult, so don't worry if it feels quite humbling in the moment. Stay with me for the next few breaths here. Final deep breath in. Exhale and lower down. Good. Press up into tabletop. Then swing your legs around to come and lie down on your back. And keep your knees bent, but edge your feet apart and knock your knees together, and we find a constructive rest posture. The hands could rest on the belly here, or the arms could relax by your side. Start to steady your breath. And as the practice shifts gear now, you may want to start counting the length of your inhale and your exhale to regulate your breath. Breathing in for 4 counts and out for 4 counts. Extend your legs and relax your arms by your side to settle in for Savasana. Just making any little adjustments you need so that you can be comfortable here. Deepen your breath. Move your fingers and toes to gently wake up the body. With your next breath in, reach the arms overhead, find a full body stretch. And as you breathe out, hug your knees into your chest and roll onto your side. Just taking a moment or two here to adjust. Then joining me back in a seated position with the eyes closed for now. Rest the hands on your knees and sit up tall. Taking a moment to savor the practice and notice how you feel. We'll finish by taking a deep breath in and an audible breath out. Inhale deeply. Exhale to side out. Open your eyes when you're ready. Thank you so much for your time and energy today. I hope that you enjoyed this practice, and I look forward to reading your feedback in the comments section. Like previously, if you have a message, maybe just to write to yourself, or maybe some words of encouragement for someone else, then they are really appreciated. Thank you for taking the time, and I'll see you tomorrow.